Hello,
how are we gonna
hello.
read?
We're on. Hi.
Hi.
Happy Thursday afternoon. We had some technical difficulties, so we're a little bit late.
Usually, no?
As usual. Today it's not
So,
the internet.
Yeah.
Your, every time we go live, your phone makes a noise,
Uh,
even though we turn off
I
the sound.
I think that it turned off the sound. Yeah, I don't know.
We did turn off the sound, but literally every time.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very bizarre.
Just
Um,
to make some kind of presence, like I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hi. So today we are doing something different. We're at a different location, and we have a special guest. I feel like this is a talk show. We have Donna Cirque.
Hello.
We're really happy, and we haven't seen you in months because of the lockdown. I mean, February maybe? March?
Probably.
Maybe
yeah,
March?
February, March.
Yeah.
But we've been quarantined, all of us, different places for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're safe.
We are safe. And we just got tested, and we're negative, so
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, hello, cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to Thursday afternoon happy hour, cocktails and conversations. We are having champagne slushies.
Salud.
Cheers.
Salud.
Which I don't know why we never had these before because they're
Good.
amazing. Strawberry champagne slushie.
Good. Excellent. It's very easy to you can choose like any kind of fruit, basically frozen, blend it with just like one glass of, or well, depends. I know. I don't want to talk about alcohol, but one glass of champagne, it's like enough to blend all the fruit, and then mix it, like measuring the quantity. So I think this is amazing because this is like 90% fruit, and the rest is champagne, but also blended.
So
with
it's
champagne.
healthy.
So it's very nice. Yeah, it's healthy.
It's a healthy champagne cocktail.
We'll call it as one serving
Echo
of fruit
3.
for the day. There we go.
No, it's really good. Do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah, it's very good. We did use champagne. We were gonna do prosecco, which I'm sure would be just as good, but it's a special thing because
I
we've
love
never had
Prosecco,
any
too.
guests
Now-
at our Facebook Live,
Yeah.
so we got
Our
the
first
champagne
guest-
out.
our first guest.
Am I
Our
your
first
first
guest?
guest?
Yes,
Yes.
you are the first
Whoa.
one.
Well, yeah. No, well, Jonathan. But that was a different thing. You're the first for these.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm the first.
Yeah. Let me have a drink.
Salud.
Hi, Keith.
Hi.
It's so, yeah. Oh, and Bruce says hi. Hi, Bruce.
Hi.
They closed on their house today, and they are moving to Puerto Morelos tomorrow.
Whoa!
Wow.
Cheers.
Yes.
Welcome. We're excited to have them here. You met them at the Christmas.
And they're
When we
moving
gave
here
away-
from where?
Um,
Bruce, where are you coming from?
you guys have to, I
That
feel like
reminds-
it's one of the Carolinas, maybe?
One
I
of
don't
the
know.
Carol-
We'll see.
okay.
They'll tell us. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Yes.
They're very brave coming in the middle of the pandemic,
Yeah.
but they'll be fine. They'll be good. So thank you so much for joining us again. We missed last week. We were just busy, and honestly, we just had a lot. We were just stressed, I think. Didn't feel like we could do the live video, but we're feeling better now.
Yeah, much better. Thank you.
We're at a new location, which is actually a beautiful oceanfront home, but we can't show you that because when we tried to do the video, it whites out too much, so we need better equipment. But anyway, suffice it to say, we're really grateful that we got to shoot video from here today,
Yes.
which is fun. Oh, there's Lois. Oh, Lois met you at Moving to Mexico Monday.
Oh, hello, Lois.
Lois is from Texas too, Atlanta.
Ah.
They're in Atlanta.
Okay.
Carlos says you're very handsome, Gabrielle.
As always.
Do you love the hair?
My
Look
friend.
at his hair. He's got the greatest hair going.
Don't you love it without the gel? You guys voted 2 weeks ago, and he's not using
I'm
the
not
gel, and I
using
love
gel,
it.
Yeah,
I love it.
not gel anymore.
It's really nice.
Not for the rest of my life.
You don't know.
I don't know. So far.
We're not sure. But everything's good in Puerto Morelos. We remain on orange light, which means pretty much every business is open now, I think.
They're open, but it's still scary.
Yeah.
Some of us haven't been out to hardly any place. It just doesn't feel comfortable to me yet.
Yeah.
And I mean, other people are fine. In my opinion, I'm not comfortable.
Not
So I
ready.
don't want to make somebody else uncomfortable because I'm having
Right.
a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing. Like everyone is different, and our role is like respect the perception of the other people.
Yes.
Which is fair enough.
Absolutely.
If you want to go out, just as you always been seeing this and saying this, like, take care, no,
Yeah.
and protect the others and protect yourself, no.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi, Nicole and Don. They're here too.
Okay. Excellent.
Can do group. Yeah, I mean, so I agree. We've gone out. We went to like John Gray's
Well,
and
yeah.
Punta Corcho. Yeah, but you know,
We went to
it's limited.
El Nicho a couple weeks ago
Oh, and
for
El Nicho,
breakfast, and they are doing an awesome job. I've been over to Serena. They're doing an awesome job.
Yeah.
So if you want to go out, that's great because it seems like the businesses are really working hard to meet the
To
standards
comply.
and
Mhm.
then above.
Yeah, I agree. And as usual, we would say, please wear your mask if you're
Yes.
coming to Puerto Morelos.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before, and that's been the only, for me, the only disappointing thing about reopening is that we see a lot of tourists here who are not
Mhm.
social distancing, and they're not wanting to wear masks, and even they kind of, we witnessed some people giving a restaurant a hard time, and we were just like, oh man, I mean, they could be shut down if they
Yeah.
violate, so don't
Yes.
give the restaurant guys a hard time. They didn't make up the rules. So that's the only bummer. We hope that people kind of get with the program
Yeah.
soon.
Because it's not easy for any restaurant.
No.
Also, I mean, they need to.
They don't
change
want to say no to
everything.
you.
Like,
They don't wanna-
yeah. And they don't want to also like get in trouble, no,
Mhm.
with anyone in any way. So help us with that thing, if you don't mind. Like, respect also all the changes that the restaurants have to make because of this situation. Yeah.
So yeah, and what else? The weather's hot and humid.
Welcome.
That's
Donna's-
the hair. Do you
Donna's
like
pool
it?
is a
Yes.
bathtub. Look over there.
Okay.
Yeah, your pool is a bathtub. You said it was like
Absolutely.
100 degrees. Yeah.
No, it's 90.
Not a, oh, 90.
90.
Okay.
Don't put it at 100
Okay,
yet.
sorry.
It goes 100
It's not
yet.
boiling.
So, put a little fresh water in it, takes it down to 88. So, we're dealing.
Wow, it's like a jacuzzi.
At least we have a pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
that's.
We
can't
don't.
complain if
We
you
don't.
know. And we use it every day, and my pool man does a wonderful job. Thank you, Gary.
That's awesome. Do you use it every day?
Oh, God, yes.
Because we're thinking we would love to have a pool, but then we're like, would we use it? I think we
I
would.
just use it as my
to cool off.
to cool off. And I know it's not cooling some days, but at least you feel like you can rinse the sweat off of you. It's my giant chlorine bathtub, so it's okay. But it's a lot of maintenance.
Yeah.
He really spends probably a good hour a day keeping it clean, especially this time of year when it gets so hot. You can grow things in there, so you really have
Wow.
to spend some time. But because of that, it's amazing. It's wonderful.
How fun.
Excellent.
So we're doing something different this week. We invited Donna because since we're not doing our Moving to Mexico Monday program, we wanted to kind of get back into talking about
Moving to Mexico.
moving to Mexico and what it's like to live in Puerto Morelos and all those things. And so this worked out really perfectly because you've kind of done everything. Donna's, how many? 6 years?
It was 6 years in May.
6 years. They've been here full time.
6 years in May.
And in that time, they've bought, sold, bought another thing, and built and rented.
And rented, yes.
So she's a good person to ask questions to. So if you guys have questions, please let us know. And also let us know if you can hear us. Aunt Marilyn.
Mm.
Aunt Marilyn says
Aunt
hi, Donna.
Marilyn.
Hi, Aunt Marilyn.
Come back.
We miss
Hello,
you.
Coco. Coco's down here in my lap wanting
Yeah,
to be part of
Coco.
the show.
Yeah, the dogs would like to be here. So I thought we would just kind of ask you a few questions and get, kind of your experience. And one of them is, people ask me a lot of times, like, how did you choose Puerto Morelos? What made you
It
decide?
chose us.
Yeah, that's what I say.
We have a timeshare, which I'm sure that's an ugly word for a lot of people, but our timeshare we have was with the Grand Mayan. We still have it, but when friends come to visit, they use it sometimes. And about when we bought it 15 or so years ago, no, more like 20, we would go and we'd get bored at the resort and say, send us someplace fun. We don't want to go to Cancun. We've been there. We don't want to go to Playa. Too many people. Is there some place we can go? And they sent us up to this little sleepy village. And the first time we went and we had dinner, and it was so cool. And then the next time we came, we went to the resort for a week, and then we went there for a week. And then it got to the point where we were doing the resort for a couple days, and here for 3 weeks, and then 6 months. And then it got to, we knew we wanted to be here. So it sort of just chose us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Nice.
same. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have a good explanation.
It is, you know,
Oh, here's Coco.
Sorry.
Coco. And so do you, have you, maybe this is a big question, but have you had any regrets about choosing Puerto Morelos?
choosing Puerto Morelos, no. Right now, because of things locked down the way they are, I do miss having the ability, even though we don't go home a lot, but we do go back to the States, back and forth. And it's isolating sometimes when you're that far away from family and friends, and you can't go back.
Which has never
So-
happened before.
Never happened before.
So-
Other than that, no.
Yeah.
We've been to the west side of Mexico. We've been to Guadalajara and that area. We've been to what is
Mexico City with us.
Mexico City, Cabo, that area. We were in what's on the coast over there that we used to go to? Playa
Puerto Vallarta?
Puerto
Okay,
Vallarta.
yeah.
And out of all of them, this place sort of was the place that we felt home. We always knew
Yeah.
we wanted to come to Mexico, but this is the one that said this is going to be
Oh.
home.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And so, in terms of your decision to buy, you were happy with that, I guess.
It was her fault. When we first came down here, it was 6 years ago
Yeah.
in May. We rented a place on the port side here for 6 months, knew we were going to look at property. And we contacted Kim, and we said, oh, of course, we only want to look on the beach. On the beach. We have to be on the beach. Well, we did a lot of looking and a lot of interesting things, and it ended up that our happy place was not on the beach, but a couple miles away from the beach, which is also perfect. So whichever you choose is fine. But for us, it was a little bit further off the beach. My youngest son was great about when I was talking to him, because we did see a place that we were really thinking about, but it was a condo situation, and he knew me really well, and he said, Mom, you don't share, so it's got to be my
Well,
own
and your
pool.
husband would have gone crazy.
Yes,
Your husband would have gone
yeah.
crazy.
So
We know
don't-
that now.
We don't share well. We're not sharers, and we wanted to be full time, so it wasn't like we were buying for a rental property. So Kim took us just up off of the highway, not over on the Colonial side, but as you go north on the highway, there's some different allotments. There's actually a much more now. If you start south of town, there's Punta Arena, and then the next one north of town is Punta Vista. After that is Regatta, and now there's 3 more that are going up the north side, and there is property for sale in those. So it was really cool. We ended up in Regatta, is where we started, with a lovely little 1,600
cute house.
square foot cute house.
With a big yard.
For as much as that goes, it did have a really nice outside area too. But investments weren't going great in the States, so we decided that maybe it was better to invest in property in Mexico, and that's what we did. So we sold that house, and we built a larger house with a larger outside area, and we are tickled pink.
So happy, yeah.
We love our house. We love that we have our master on the first floor.
Yeah, so that was a cool thing.
Yeah.
You
We
did,
have our
which
guest-
is the wave of the future.
Guest quarters are on the 2nd floor. So any of my friends out there that want to come visit, you know where your rooms are.
Yeah. No, yeah, I love your floor plan, and I think that's the wave of the future,
Yeah.
especially here, that people will want to have their bedroom on the main floor,
Yes.
and then
Oh, I
guest
love
rooms on the
the
top.
first
Yeah.
floor master.
Mhm.
And with having the property we bought was bigger than the one we had, so we had enough room to, number one, put the master and the master bath and the suite, the whole walk-in closet thing on the first floor. Enough room to put a bigger pool and a bigger outside area, and then we upgraded a little bit more last year and added the outside kitchen. So we have one of the only 2 kegs in Puerto Morelos. Yay! Thank you, Jonathan.
Yeah. Yeah, you had a great builder who we've actually did a Facebook Live with about building in Puerto Morelos,
Yeah.
Jonathan. So if you're interested in building, look that up on our YouTube page or our Facebook page to
It's
see.
built-in team.
Build-in
Build-in
team,
team.
yeah.
All one word, just go to buildinteam.com, and he's got pictures, he's got information. I would highly recommend him, highly.
So tell us about that, the building process.
The building process is a long process. When you come to Mexico, you have to learn some things about living here, and one of them is
Patience.
be patient.
Yeah.
Be patient. I know we all come from these hustle bustle, watch this lovely $1 million home thing you do is 14 days, all cash closing, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. So we actually started the process in April. This is a couple of years ago, of looking into, we had some different issues with wanting to close on the land that we purchased before we started to build. So we were working on closing on the land, working on all kinds of permits with Jonathan. He took care of all of that, working on plans, which he let me sort of say, I want this, this, and this. This is what I want to look like. And then he would take them back, and we went back and forth and back and forth. And we actually worked from April till the next February before we actually broke ground. And we spent the month of February then doing the groundwork. There was a lot of stuff with the soils and things like that, get that all straightened out. So we technically started the build in March, and then we're in the next October. So March to October is what, 6 months? 7
yeah.
months?
That's not bad.
It wasn't bad. But you gotta work in all that
The
pre-stuff
lead
too.
time.
Yes, so
Yeah.
technically, if you think about it, we contacted Jonathan and his group in April, and it was a year and 5 months from the time we started to the time we actually moved in. But again, we did a lot of different things along the way as far as our property we were buying.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it doesn't need to take that long, but it did because
that's
of
what
our
happened.
situation.
Yeah, and
Yes.
sometimes the weather is a factor.
Needless,
You had good.
luckily, we didn't have a weather issue.
Yeah, that's good.
And we didn't have a lot of the building is being slowed down now because of the coronavirus and getting the special things going on for that right now. We didn't have that issue. We didn't have a weather issue. So we ended up very lucky as far as that kind. Of course, we had rains here and there, and it would delay a day or two, but nothing that
Nothing
made a
big.
big
That's
impact.
good.
No.
Yeah, because I know that can be a problem.
Yes.
If we have a pretty intense rainy season, some of that stuff can't be done.
Yep. And
So is there, I mean, would you have done anything differently what would you have done
after living
differently?
in the house for a year or so, there's always a couple little tweaks. Oh, I wish I would have done that, or I wish I would have done that. Again, Jonathan, are you watching this?
I don't think so. I don't see
Jonathan,
him.
This building
Hi,
was
Sonia.
great. We had an issue with some drainage because we have a huge patio on the second floor, and when it rains, and we had an issue with some drainage and some tiles popped because the dampness and the humidity, and he came right out and took care of it all, bless his heart. So there's a lot of things you gotta think of beforehand, and he did fix it afterwards.
Cool.
So that's not a problem.
So
A
you
couple
don't regret
things-
your decision to
Oh,
build,
God, no.
even though it was kind of a stressful.
I would switch a little here and there. I have a
Yeah.
dog that jumps in the window all the time. I'd have put that window higher, things like that.
Okay.
But
So
nothing.
that makes
So
sense
Zola
once
couldn't-
you are like in seat and says like,
Oh, yeah, yeah. The dog does not belong in this window. I had the cutest idea of this kitchen window where you had the
Window seat.
window seat, and I'd sit there and relax. No, it's become the window for the dog to bark at everybody that passes my house. So
That's a bummer.
that's a bummer, but love her, never get rid of her.
Yeah, and you have monkeys.
We have monkeys.
Donna's
We
the
have-
monkey whisperer.
We have pet
Yeah.
iguanas.
Oh.
We now have 3
There you
iguanas
go.
that come every day and get their little meals. The monkeys are sporadic. Sometimes they come for a long time, and sometimes they disappear for a month. We have 2 birds that have adopted us. So we have a blackbird, which is just a blackbird, and we have a Kissidy, which is gorgeous. Those are our birds. They come every day, and they clean up after the iguanas leave.
Oh, that's
whatever's
funny.
left. So we have all kinds of animal life.
Yeah.
wow.
And so, and how do you feel about your decision to be away from the beach area? To live away? Because I feel like you think it's
Because-
better now,
Well, I do, absolutely, because I'm here
full-time.
full-time. If I were buying a property for using as rental, and coming part-time, that could be a whole different decision. But living here full-time as I do, I sort of like the ability to come to the beach when I want to be part of the beach people.
Yeah.
And then it's so quiet at my house.
That's
It's
the thing.
so
That's
quiet at my
really-
house.
Everyone
Super
wants
fun.
to be on the beach side, but also you got to get used to the noise.
Oh,
it's loud.
down
It's
here.
loud.
Yeah,
There's
it's loud.
always cars, there's always people, there's
Yeah.
always music, there's always something going
Dogs.
on.
That's-
Dogs barking, cats running, people
Roosters
all
crowing.
over, roosters crowing.
Yeah.
Then I just get in my little car and go 2 miles up the road and say, I don't hear a thing.
Yeah.
So it's very
Well, and the
nice.
cool thing about yours, I'm backing up a little bit to your decision to originally buy in the allotment. It was a huge money saver too, because
Oh.
what you were gonna
Oh.
spend for a small, it wasn't that
Half
small of
the
a condo,
price.
but
Half
it
at
was
least.
not a huge not as big as
Right.
your house, and no outdoor space.
None.
So you were about to do that,
Mhm.
and then we found this, which was $100,000 less, as I recall. Almost.
It was
Might have been more than that.
It was more than 100,000.
Yeah.
And we're talking a small amount. We weren't talking a $1 million home. We were talking 275 versus 135. We got more room and our own private space for almost 150.
And you bought a little car, and you could
Bought a
tool
little
around
car.
anywhere. Yeah.
I've actually bought a new car now, so now I have my second car. Woohoo! I have permanent residence. Those are all things you learn to do once you get down here.
Yeah. What else? Oh, so you're retired.
I am retired
And-
from teaching. Hello, my teacher friends.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about what's happening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And you do work with. Well, let me ask you this: do you get bored here? Because people always say, "I think I'm going to be bored in
No,
Puerto Morelos."
Thank you. Here's my thing here. I work with the bachilleries, which is the equivalent of the U.S. or Canadian high school. Bachilleries down here it's really cool. These kids work so hard to be able to continue school. Most of our kids don't even go on to this. It's not college, but it almost feels that way because it's an exclusive thing that they work really hard to do to get the grades to get into bachilleries and then to be able to pay for it, because not everything is paid for. So it's really hard for families down here that are trying to pay for the children to go. So I work with them. I sort of do a liaisons. I find lovely people like you guys, hi, that want to help out down here, and we help out with projects at the school. We've done the computer lab, we've done the library, we've done an outside amphitheater. We've helped in so many ways over the years, and I've got so many great donators. We've done a covered area now at the school so we can do outside classes and things like that. It's just unbelievable what people have done and helped us with. Now we're looking at trying to reopen the school, which is a scary thought to begin with, because just school online down here is not possible for a huge number of our students. They don't have the access to the computers, the Wi-Fi, anything like that. So
They
it's
had
just
it at
not-
school.
They have
That's
it at
where they
school.
had it at school.
We have 40-some computers, but we have 350 kids. So even if we could give these guys the computers to take home, which ones get to take them home?
Yeah.
So if you want to help out, please contact Kim. She will get to me. I will get to you. The school has become my passion. The administrator at the bachilleries, Olga, hello Olga, if you see this, she's an amazing woman, and we work really hard to give kids something that they can be proud of and work on and work with, and that's what I do. So
Yeah.
that's my spare time.
So you're not bored.
Thank you. I'm not bored. No.
Cindy, we
Wait,
can't
wait.
increase the volume. Sorry.
Plus, I play mahjong.
Oh, and yes, what is that?
Mahjong is that Chinese tile game.
Uh-huh.
So there's a group of ladies and gentlemen here that play mahjong. So if you're a mahjong player,
There's a group.
there's a
There's
group
a
for
group
you.
for that.
Just to let you
There's
know.
a group for you.
There's a lot of groups.
Yeah.
I posted about that this week.
Oh,
because
there's a lot of groups here.
I always laugh when people say they're going to be bored, because I don't know anyone who's here who says they're bored.
No.
In fact, they say I'm way busier than I thought I would
We
be.
have the teacher people, the animal people, we have the people that work at schools, we have the artisans, we have the There's a group that, yoga all over the place.
Pickleball.
Pickleball. I don't know what
I don't know what pickleball is either, but this guy offered to teach us.
We have a group that plays mahjong. Now, when we were allowed to be more gathering, we were up to like 4 or 5 tables, and it's 3 or 4 people per table. So we had a great group that was playing. Now, not so great.
Yeah.
We do sort of try to social distance.
Yeah.
But it's
Well, there's
a
poker
card
groups,
club,
the
yeah.
darts
The
people,
dart-
the
oh,
bridge
the dart
club,
people.
well, there's a group that goes traveling a lot, which I think is awesome.
There's an art group. They do the paintings, and I can't think of her name. She's a friend.
Joanna.
Joanna does great art classes and paintings, and there's an art group for that if you want to do the art stuff.
Yeah, so there's a lot to do. Book club.
Oh.
There's several book clubs
Oh,
now,
yeah.
actually. It used to be one, and now it's kind of branched off because it got too big.
And the bookstore that we have in town here that does the used book, they did the greatest rehab, and they've got the greatest bookstore. If you ever want to get here, go over
Go
to
to the
Alma
bookstore.
Libra. It's wonderful.
And they have AC,
Yeah.
so you can go in. Yeah, so I think there's plenty to do.
Oh,
Anything
yeah.
else? So did you ever, I don't know, like what were your worries about buying in Mexico? Like what, because I know people are concerned and they think, oh.
Scary because number one, the language difference. Everything,
Yeah.
documents and all has to be in Spanish, so you have to trust the person that is representing you and translating to you. That's a biggie. Thank you. The trust of the people that represent you and translate, because I have functional Spanish. I could get by. I'm not conversational. I would love to be someday, but I think my old brain just doesn't want to do it.
No.
I can talk I can talk on the phone now though.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's amazing.
impressive.
But yeah, that was a big scary thing. And investing in another country, first of all, is scary because most of you know that are watching this, you don't come and say, oh, give me a 20-year loan and I'll pay
Yeah.
me $1,200 a month. No. You want the house, you buy the house.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So it's a big, huge chunk of money that you've really got to research and make sure that you're comfortable with the people representing to you and the legality of everything that's going on. So don't, if Joe Schmo's selling it online, it's not worth it.
Be careful,
Oh,
yeah.
please be careful. So
Yeah.
that was probably the biggest issue.
Just being nervous about another country and the language being different.
As far as where we are from my house 20 minutes from the Cancun airport, and I can get back to any place in the States within hours. So it's not like, and in this day and age, my kids have moved to Michigan and moved to Texas, so they weren't even where I was
Right.
living to begin with. Everybody's
Yeah.
either a 6-hour car drive or a plane ride away.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do get home like once a year, once every couple years, but a lot of my family comes here too. So it works out real nice.
Yeah.
So that was probably the 2 biggest things, was leaving the area and making sure that everything was done so that if something happens to my husband and I, legally, that property goes straight to where it belongs.
Yeah. Yeah. That's important.
Yeah.
That's the important thing to know. I do think it is interesting because it is so easy. I mean, you're in another country and everyone's like, oh, you're in Mexico. Like I would have these experiences where things would happen in my
you
family.
kidding?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but things would happen in my family and they'd be like, I'd be like, how am I just finding out about? They're like, you're in Mexico. Dude, I have a Colorado phone number.
Yeah, well,
I'm on Facebook. I'm like, I have an email. They act like
Nowadays, you
being-
don't even need to have a U.S. phone number.
No.
My phone number's a Mexican phone number, but because of the interconnectivity, my
Yeah.
kids call me, my mom calls
Yeah.
me, my
Yeah.
sisters
Very
call me,
easy
my
to
brother
do that.
calls
But
me.
everyone acted like it was a big deal because
No.
like it's so easy with the
The
internet.
world has gotten so much smaller.
Yeah.
Do I keep talking with my hands?
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Sorry, guys. Hello, teacher.
Hello, teacher. Yes,
Trying to see if
exactly.
Yeah, so that was always so funny to me.
Yeah.
Like, well, you're in Mexico. I'm not on the moon.
Well,
I'm not that far away.
for us that are in Mexico, it seems that way that we're right there. But when if
I understand,
20
yeah.
years ago,
Yeah,
when you were there and somebody else had gone to Mexico, you'd been, oh my God. So,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I don't know. I just had a thought and I lost it.
Oh.
So I hate when that happens.
Old
That's
age.
getting old.
Age.
Something about being here and communicating. Oh well, it'll come to me. Well, no, I was going to say the other thing is a lot of people, clients, and we're talking, and they're like, they tell me what's happening in the U.S. and I'm like, do you think that we aren't watching the news?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We see all the
Oh,
news, and
that's a good
everyone's
thing to
very
know.
engaged.
I
yeah.
have Dish TV, and it thinks I live in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
So I have all my regular TV.
Yeah.
I'm
Regular
from
news.
Ohio, so and not Cincinnati area, but at least that's the closest that was there. I get local news. I get all the regular TV. I don't have the TV from down here, so I really probably should to help me with my
Spanish.
conversational Spanish. But I that's one of my luxuries. I do pay for my Dish TV to have all my channels from all the U.S. So if it's news, we've watched it.
Yeah.
If a housewife is involved, I've seen it.
That's what we bonded over.
Oh,
If
yeah.
Below Deck is involved,
Oh, yeah.
we've seen it.
Don't like the Mediterranean one, but I like the rest. Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, so we're pretty plugged in if people are concerned about that. I mean, it's not like you move here and you're not plugged into what's happening in other places. Not just the US, but around,
Yeah.
we're not like isolated. Like I think like when my mom moved here originally, that would have been the issue because they didn't have internet and yeah. Oh.
You want some
Is there
champagne?
more?
No, I said more wine. I'm good. No, you don't have to get more. I'm
gonna
drinking
get
Oh,
more.
she's drinking more.
Champagne's okay? Okay.
Sure. Yeah. So does anybody have any questions for Donna about her experience while we have you on the line? And what are you guys drinking? No one has told us. Keith, what do you drink? You should be drinking champagne. You just had a
I
closing.
gotta put my glasses on. Here comes my age. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hello from where?
Sonia's in Punta Vista. She must be one of your neighbors.
Oh, hello, Sonia. I'd love to meet you.
Thank you, honey.
We're down. Tell Sonia I'm down on Zapote.
I'll tell her. Donna? How do I do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll tell
Sorry,
her later.
guys.
Okay. I just on the messages just found out I have a neighbor, so I'm gonna say hello to Sonia Urbina. Hello, Sonia. What else we get over there? Anybody
don't
else we need to
see.
say anything to? Boop 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 boop.
What? Oh, let me go over. Sorry, guys. We're trying to figure out the technical stuff. Lois, when are you getting down here? That's what we need to know. When are you moving? Okay. Oh, Dawn is having a nice IPA. Nice beer.
No, it's actually what is it that I'm drinking? It's a rosé.
That's
No, this Dawn. Dawn is drinking a beer.
Oh, hi, Dawn.
This is Donna. Donna's having a Montechenique.
no, no, it's like a Cheton.
Oh, Lecheto. She's having a Mexican wine.
Yeah,
Lecheto
it's very nice.
rosé.
It's not too sweet. Very nice.
And we're drinking
Just champagne.
We were
The
drinking
good
like-
shit.
pink
Sorry,
champagne.
the good stuff. Do you have that 5-second delay so you can take out my dirty words?
No. I don't know. Are we not supposed to say dirty words? I
We're
don't know.
online. We shouldn't say those
I don't know.
things.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Cheers,
Anybody?
everybody.
Oh,
Salud.
Keith had a ginger Collins. Oh, wow.
Oh, I haven't had one of those
That
in
sounds
years.
delicious. Amaretto. I don't even know what these are.
Amaretto?
Amaretto Mahalo.
Mahalo. I've had an amaretto sour in years. Oh, my
Brenda wants some
goodness.
champagne. Brenda, you live on champagne. Brenda's pool is probably full of champagne.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Marilyn and Sherm are drinking red wine. That's a surprise.
Is it 5 o'clock somewhere? It's not 5 o'clock in Colorado.
Well, no. Oh no, you're right. It's 4:30. All right. Anything else you want to say about your
No,
experiences or?
one suggestion, if you are thinking of buying, building, any kind of thing like that, there are so many beautiful rentals around here. Come and do a long-term rental. Don't come down here with some preconceived idea. I want this, and then this. Come
Gotta
down
be a
here
little more
and
flexible.
sort of live in it for a while, and you might get some introspect into something different that, yeah, that's for me. So you can do short-term rentals. You can do a 3-month, you can do a 6-month. We did a 6-month when we first came and looked for the first house we lived in. When we sold that house, then we did another
Really quickly, thanks to
really
your
quickly.
realtors.
We weren't expecting
A little
so
more quick than we thought it
quickly.
would. Yeah.
Anyways, it worked out fine. We rented a house over in the Colonial, which whole different area, whole different vibe, but it was great. It was hot. It was really hot, but we
Did you have AC?
lived. We had AC in the bedroom,
Oh,
and it was
okay.
a little
Yeah,
tiny AC.
I can't live like that.
It was it was
I know.
hot, and
Yeah.
it was very loud. There was a lot of stuff going on all the time, all day long, which is really cool because you never had to leave your house. They came with
They
fruit.
come
They
to
come
you.
with vegetables. The shoe guy came to fix your shoes. The gardener came.
The
The
knife
garbage man.
sharpener.
Everybody just goes down the street, and when you want it, you holler, "Food! I want food!" So
That was my first lesson when I moved here full time in 2012.
yeah,
2012 was find the truck.
yeah.
The
just
answer
it.
to everything was find the. My
all on
electricity's
the
off.
truck.
Find the truck. The water's not working. Find the truck. You just drive around until you found the truck
Well,
and got them to come to your house.
a lot of people coming are a little scared of the Colonial. It's.
Not anymore. I don't.
I hope not,
yeah.
because we had the best neighbors. It didn't matter, somebody they have a way of not mailing stuff, so they put your water bill in the,
yeah, you don't get mail here.
yeah, they
Yeah.
just sort of stick your bill in the door if they
Yeah.
can. Well, a lot of times they can't, so it didn't stay in the little window where they stuck it. My neighbor comes knocking at my door with my electric bill. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
It blew down the road. The other neighbor came down because she had heard my dog barking, and she brought my dog little yogurt peanut butter treats. I mean,
Aw,
they
that's
were.
nice.
I had
Yes.
the nicest
I-
neighbors.
yeah,
So
yeah. I believe that one of the things that's very interesting, it's like we're different people with different cultures, different
Oh.
ideas, but at the end, in general, we're like a good people.
oh yeah, oh
We're
absolutely.
trying to help all the time. We try to-
Everybody
yeah.
was friendly, and it was a lovely 6 months. It wasn't my dream house. I would have never
Yeah.
lived there forever, but my landlord was great. Thank you, Raina. Who's a singer, if you hear this. She's great. You can find her online too. My landlord was great. She never gave us any problems. Everything was fine. It was a great place to live while we were building. It was so close to our building site and so close to everything. I got a little bicycle while I was there because my husband was at the building site a lot and we only had one car. I could bicycle every place, to my Pilates, to go get groceries, go get the water, whatever I needed.
The
Jump on the
nail
bicycle,
lady.
you're right there. Yeah.
But I believe that two things very fast. One is like one of the things that I love that you mentioned was like it's the best advice is like come, sing, walk around the city, trying to enjoy, trying to understand, and then figure out that you really belong to this place. This is to me like a beautiful place. Everything is very close. The airport, another attraction where
The
you can
airport,
go,
the
like
beach, you
Valladolid,
name
like,
it. Oh,
and every single place like Mahahual,
beautiful.
Bacalar. I
Oh.
mean, there's like tons of places to go from this place, which is not like a huge city. And I think it's like very, very beautiful. Come and saying like, come and have this kind of experience with
Yeah.
in town, and then and after that, look. I'm gonna make like a little commercial. Like, look for professional people.
Yeah,
to
look
lead
for
you.
professional people.
Yeah. To lead
But
you to do.
Take your time.
To understand everything.
Yeah,
You know?
take
If
your
you have
time.
a question, try to find the right answer, and once you get, in my mind, just like be sure that this is something that you really want to do, and then move forward. The experience by itself takes time.
And you have to remember that you're coming here to a place that has set cultures and ideas and ways of doing
It's
things.
not like
It's not-
United
you-
States South.
You're not gonna, yeah, it's not like South Texas. You're not gonna change the whole vibe of
Which
the
is
community
the best part about
to meet you. You need to change to
Yeah.
meet them. And it's not a bad change.
It's not a
Yeah.
bad change.
It's very, for we retired people, sorry guys, but for we retired people, it's the most amazing lifestyle. I get up in the morning and I check on my little internet. Oh, who's doing what? Who's doing where? We do the little pool. We do the little house stuff. We can spend the day doing absolutely nothing and still go to bed that night with the biggest smile on our faces.
Yeah.
The stress level here for me is next to nothing. I don't feel rushed. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to be anywhere. The people that I've met here are my family. I mean, I've got family in the States. Love you all. Bye. Hi, wherever you are. But I still have family down here. They might not be my birth family or related by blood, but in 6 years, I've become part of this community. Great community. Reach out. People will help you, and there's a lot of people you can help. So it's a two-way street.
Yeah,
Come
absolutely.
enjoy it. Find your dream.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think it is true that like Puerto Morelos chooses you. You
Mhm.
don't necessarily choose Puerto Morelos, don't you think?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
some
yeah, I
people,
understand.
it's
Yes.
just not for.
No,
And
no.
and
no.
that's okay.
We don't have the nightlife. We don't have craziness. We don't have a lot of hustle and bustle. We have.
there's Liz.
Yeah, but there's like a little things, for example.
Oh,
They're
there's.
saying it's
I
very
really
hard
love-
to hear us.
Oh, sorry, honey.
yeah.
Okay.
So the thing is
Hello.
that to me is like, to me it's like nowadays it's beautiful that we are like having everything here. Like I can drive like 25 minutes to go to the cinema to Cancun or Playa,
Oh yeah.
and so far I feel that we don't need like these kind of huge malls where it's like they're gonna be like full of people, like
But
very crowded places.
Different
But,
people like different things.
Yeah,
so,
but
you know.
eventually, yeah, I
It's
mean,
close
my point
enough.
is like exactly that's my point. Like, it's not far away. You want that? It's not far away
Yeah.
from home.
And we do have a guy that can set you up with transportation and all those tours. So again, get in touch with Kim.
Yeah.
Hello, Tomas.
Another plug. Lighthouse tours.
Yeah,
One of my favorite things to say down here is I have a person for that. I have a person for everything.
Everything, yeah.
You know, when I was back in the States, if I needed something done, I had to call somebody and say, oh, such and such needs fixed or something, whatever, who knows. But here, it's like I have people for that. So if I need this done, I call my people. And there's always somebody, you can just post online, oh, I've got this and I want this done. Anybody out there? And boom, somebody will say, hey, I'll come do it.
They might not be qualified, but
Well, I think our qualifications are different.
now now you know though. You've been here long enough
yeah.
that you.
And I love
Yeah.
having
No, no,
people for that. And I've got my people on, oh, this is my guy for this, and this is my guy for
Yeah.
that. And then I have other people that are very local that if I can't find people, they find people for me.
Yeah, that's nice. I think that you're like suddenly start like closing that circle, because I mean I believe that everywhere is like that. It doesn't matter which country you
Oh, yeah.
are. You're gonna find people like it's not working like in the right way or the way that you want,
Right.
and eventually you say like, okay, leave it like it is. I'm gonna find another one,
I will find
another
people
person,
for
no?
that.
Find
But
someone else.
finally, the thing is like nowadays, I mean, maybe back in time it wasn't easy to find the right people, but now there's like a bunch of offer, people trying to do multiple things until you figure out and you say like, okay, this is my guy. I trust him.
Yep.
I know that he's gonna. If I say like 7 o'clock in the morning, he's gonna be 7 o'clock
Yep.
in the morning.
I have
Trust
a guy for the
Trust
gardening
me.
if I want.
There's people
I've
who
got a guy
arrive 7 o'clock
my
in
lure
7
for
o'clock in the
cleaning.
morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true.
Boom, boom,
They
boom.
do.
So that's nice and that's beautiful.
Yeah, I love having people for that.
Yeah.
Keith says, we've been amazed by how friendly and helpful people we've met are. It has made the move so much easier. Yeah, I mean, I had the same experience,
me
and
too.
you had the same.
Oh, yeah.
I drove Donna around the whole Mayan Riviera,
Yeah.
looking for stuff, shopping.
But then we went shopping.
Shopping.
So,
It was
don't
fun.
let it
I'm not
kid you.
complaining.
There
I'm
was
not complaining.
a lot of shopping
But it was,
involved.
you know, in a different life, that wouldn't have been something that I do. You know what I mean?
No, but we had a lot of
We
fun.
had so much fun. But that's what for
I
me.
spent so much money. Who you? Yeah, and you bought so much clothes.
I spent a lot too. But I would just say that I've never lived anywhere, and I've lived in small towns, but I lived in Denver for like 20 years while raising my son. I didn't know my neighbors. I didn't have
Oh.
people that would walk by and knock on the door, and the next thing you know, you're having wine, or
Oh,
you know,
I did.
Going
we
to-
had
you
great
didn't?
neighbors.
Yeah.
Oh,
So for me,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the
No.
like you said, you
We've
found
always
family.
had great neighbors where we've been, so we had wine
that's
and
good.
people.
I didn't have that. So that's special for me. Like I like that about this
Yes.
place, and that anyone will help you,
Mhm.
no matter what. Even if they're taking time out of their day, it's just not
Yep.
like everyone wants to help, which is super nice.
Yep.
So I don't know. Have we exhausted our time?
We're probably well past
anything?
it.
Yeah. Anything else
Give
you
me
want
more
to say?
alcohol. I
Yeah,
can
Yeah,
drink
that
and
goes.
talk
Donna
for
can
another
keep
couple
talking.
hours.
Maybe bring more. Bring more.
Gabrielle's gonna top up our drinks.
Oh, no.
So I'm sorry about the audio. We have a new
Hello.
Yeah, we have a new microphone that's apparently not working very well.
Oh, I have people for that. They can read lips.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, she's had some wine. Wine, champagne. Okay, let's see. I think
Are we
that's
good
it.
with everybody?
I think we're good.
Well, that was fun. I
Yeah.
would do that again.
Yeah, that is fun. I think it's good for people who are thinking of moving to talk to someone.
Okay,
And
throw
hear
their
from
build-in
someone.
team again. Jonathan,
Yeah.
most people don't like their architects or their contractors when they're done.
Oh, yeah.
I like mine
Yeah.
a lot.
He's still your friend.
A
Yeah.
lot.
We like him
He
too.
stood behind everything.
Mm-hmm.
He gave us a warranty and he stood behind it.
That's nice.
That's nice. And there go the dogs. All right, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
So thanks for joining us, you guys, for Cocktails and Conversations. And I think our little experiment went well.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
beautiful.
Donna. Thank you for
very
your
much, Donna.
time. And
Cheers. Thank you guys.
thanks for
Bye,
seeing a different
everybody.
face. Cheers.
Cheers.
Take care, you guys. We hope to
Salud.
see you back here soon.
Oh, come
Yeah.
back.
And if you can help the schools, let us know.
Oh, yeah. If you want to help the schools
Sorry.
out, contact Kim.
Yeah, that'd be
She'll
awesome.
connect you to me and
Oh, shit.
we're fine.
Oh,